Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with our president, Joan Laporta, who in a recent interview talks Messi return rumors, Dembele, financial fair play, Super League. We are going to be discussing on what the Barca Supremo had to say on those topics. Then secondly, talking about Yuri Tillemans of Leicester City, as it has been reported that Barcelona joined Real Madrid in the pursuit of the 25-year-old Premier League midfielder. We're also going to be looking at that. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. During a recent chat with RAC1, Barca president Joan Laporta has given an insight into the club's plans for the January transfer window, as well as addressed the rumors of a possible return of Lionel Messi to the club next summer. Laporta was in Arauca, Colombia, as part of the club's foundation's collaboration with UNHCR, ACNUR, and Save the Children when he granted the interview with the aforementioned outlet. Talking about the collaboration project itself and what it aims to achieve, Laporta said, "We are in Arauca. We are seeing cruel living conditions, terrible for those who suffer from them. We will never be able to know what it is, but we try to help and give them life solutions. At Barca, we give hope and joy. It fills us with pride, and Barca can make people smile. Some children interviewed us. They are up to date on football. They like this sport, participate in it, and they like our players. We bring football here." Talking about his interactions with the children in Arauca, Laporta said, "The boys and girls who interviewed me yesterday asked me about football, about Messi, Lewandowski, Pedri, Gavi, etc., etc. The Barcelona president particularly mentioned how he was asked about Messi's possible return to the club next year, but he declined to issue a response in order to not spark any controversy. He said, "They also asked me about Messi. When they accompanied me on the walks, they told me that I had to make him return to Barca. I told them that he is from Barca, that we have been lucky to have him, and that we will see," Laporta said. "I don't want to talk about him because he is part of PSG and I don't want any problem," he further said. Laporta and Barcelona continue to be associated with the Super League project alongside Real Madrid and Juventus, despite it facing severe criticism and backlash. But the president explained that the Super League would help the club emerge out of its financial issues. Say, "There is a bonus of €1,000 million for the founding clubs to be distributed. It is something that has to be specified because it is a figure that has been changing. Before it was higher. What it would mean for Barca if we win the competition is about 300 to 350 million euros. It's much more money than what can be earned by winning the Champions League. We are solving Barca's economic problems without the Super League, but with this new competition, we will do better. We would be one of the most economically solid clubs in the world," Laporta said. Recently, it has been reported that the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele is being treated as a priority for Barcelona. When asked about the Frenchman, Laporta insisted that the winger was happy and that his contract is not something that is keeping the club occupied at the moment. He said, "We have him happy, motivated, with a valid contract, and there will be time to talk about this. It's not what we are abused with right now." The Barca Supremo also discussed the club's plans for the January transfer window and how the La Liga financial fair play could again hinder them. He said, "We are limited by fair play. The elimination from the Champions League has hurt us too. We are working to see how we can compensate that in case the coach and the technical secretariat want to sign players. The fair play rules because there are other parameters make us negative. There are many interpretations. La Liga does its own interpretation, and the clubs do their own. We have to negotiate to find a better solution. Great words there from President Joan Laporta, of course, trying to you know, talk about certain important things that are pending now for the club, from Dembele's contract renewal, financial fair play, transfers, Messi return, which have been the most talked about this season, and many other things. And of course, I really enjoy the way, being as president, he tried to limit the way he talks. He controls his words, and normally being a president, being a leader, it's good to always know what you say and say things at the right time, at the right moment, at the right places. So, of course, so far so good for President Joan Laporta in his time at Barca so far, in his second spell as president, trying to ensure that the club revive and, of course, come back to their best version gradually. Gradually, it's not an easy thing, but I think he's trying his best to ensure that. So, of course, let's see how things go from here. Then on to the final story of discussion. In the past few weeks, Barcelona have been linked with a host of central midfielders, with the club said to be on the lookout for new faces in the middle of the park. One name that has been doing the rounds of late is that of Leicester City star Yuri Tielemans. The 25-year-old is a versatile operator who can play in any role in midfield and will see his contract with the Premier League club expire at the end of season. It has put him in Barcelona's crosshairs, with reports indicating that Tielemans' signing is being endorsed by the club's sporting director, Yuri Cruyff. However, according to a fresh report from Sport, Barcelona have now been joined by arch rivals Real Madrid in pursuit of Tielemans. The report indicates that Los Blancos see the Belgian international as Plan B in case they fail in their attempt to land their primary midfield target, Jude Bellingham. The England international is at the top of Real Madrid's summer shopping list, but could cost around 100 to 150 million euros in the summer. Furthermore, Manchester City are confident of capturing his services, which has forced Los Blancos to rethink their strategies. It has led them to rival Barcelona in the race for Tielemans. The 25-year-old is also on the radars for several other top clubs in Europe like Liverpool, Manchester United, Newcastle United, and Juventus. However, the report states that Arsenal might have an edge over Barcelona and over other competitors, as there have been contracts between them and the player already. Tielemans can be a good addition at Barcelona, considering that he would come free of cost in terms of transfer fees and would add more depth and quality in midfield along with experience. However, with more and more suitors emerging in his pursuit, it could become impossible for Barca to sign the Belgian. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.